Hey everybody, I just discovered something and I'd like to share it with y'all. It's a kind of a safety hack. If you're flying along someplace, you end up making that dreaded off-airport landing, also known in the olden days as a crash. Anyway, I had this piece of tubing, this is that stuff, your conduit that you run wiring in. It does not have a split or any holes or anything. And I was just playing around with it. And as far as aircraft stuff goes, weight is everything. So there's no weight, an ounce or less. But look what you can do with this thing. If you made an off-airport landing and were lost and they were looking for you, coil this thing around your hands, point that away from you, and it doesn't take much air at all. Blow into this end. That is extremely high pitch and shrill, and that would get somebody's attention quite a ways distant. So, rather than have it sitting in a drawer in a hangar, I'm going to put some zip ties around it, and I'll show you that in just a second. And I'm just going to toss it in the back of the plane. Nice to have with you. All right, I used yellow zip ties just to help it become a little more visible. And while we're talking about hacks, here's another little hack. You know how when you cut the zip ties, especially in the engine compartment, you secure some wiring, and then you reach in there later and those little razor sharp edges will always find a way to leave a trail on your arms. Well, I have some little bitty snips here. These are Craftsman, I think. But here's the hack. I got the idea one day, I don't know if you can see it, little grinding marks on the back side right here. Not this side, but this side, to bring the cutting edges, to eliminate the distance from the backside to the cutting edges. So I've got those things ground down or sanded down just enough so that cutting edge is very close to the end. Now watch this, and it doesn't leave anything. Put it on there flat. Well, that thing was airborne. All the way to the other side of my workbench. And 3. All right. Now that thing weighs nothing. And like I said, there's nothing. Well, you can feel it, but it's not going to reach out and bite you like sometimes it does. That one there's a little up. You could probably cut your fingernails with this thing now. Anyway, the yellow helps you find it, but no weight penalty. Just lay it in the airplane, and God forbid you ever need it, you've got it. Hope this helps. Speaking of hacks, a hangar hack, let me share one more with you. When you're working on your plane, or doing your annual inspection, your hands can kind of get greasy and dirty, especially if you're down underneath working on the landing gear and so forth. I used to have some Goo Gone around here, and I used that for cleaning my hands. But you got to go buy that, and these days nothing's cheap. So here's what I did. I have a bottle, just a spray bottle, and I put some Dawn dishwashing detergent in there, pretty good little bit, a couple of teaspoons for this small amount. So it's pretty concentrated. Put some water in it, shake it up, and I can have my hands covered with grease after repacking the bearings, and in just a couple of minutes, my hands are nearly clean. All you got to do is squirt that on there. You don't even have to have water, and then wipe it off with a paper towel or rag. Now, if you really want to get fancy, I have a bottle of water as well, and you can rinse your hands and then wipe them off with a paper towel or rag. Just wanted to share that. It's nice to know.